Okay, so now we will discuss about hyperthyroid crisis. So what is hyperthyroid crisis? So it is a rare life-threatening increase in severity of clinical features of hyperthyroidism. So it is life-threatening condition where there will be increase in severity of clinical features of hyperthyroidism. So all clinical features of hyperthyroidism will be there, but their severity will be increased. Example, there will be signs of fever, agitation, confusion, tachycardia, atrial fibrillation, and in older patient cardiac failure may occur. So it is rare and life threatening condition, life threatening increase in severity of clinical features of hyperthyroidism. Most prominent signs are fever, agitation, confusion, tachycardia, atrial fibrillation, and in older patient we will see cardiac failure. Okay, it is a medical emergency. So it is medical emergency. Despite early recognition and treatment, the mortality rate is only 10%. So mortality rate is very low. Thyrotoxic crisis is most commonly precipitated by infection in a patient with previously unrecognized or inadequately treated hyperthyroidism. So if previously unrecognized, if we haven't recognized hyperthyroidism in that patient, or if their infection occurs in previously unrecognized and inadequately treated hyperthyroid person, then hyperthyroid crisis can occur. So it is precipitated by infection in patient with previously unrecognized or inadequately treated hyperthyroidism. It may also develop shortly after subtotal thyroidectomy. So second cause is after subtotal thyroidectomy in ill-prepared patient or within a few days of iodine 135 therapy, iodine 131 therapy. So if we have done if we are doing any surgery, and after if we have done any surgery, after surgery there can chances of the hyperthyroid crisis occurrence, and if patient is not prepared for that surgery and we already done it, so in ill prepared patient hyperthyroid crisis can occur, and within after few days of iodine 131 therapy hyperthyroid crisis can occur when acute irradiation damage may lead to transient rise in serum thyroid hormone level. So this acute irradiation damage can lead to increase in serum thyroid hormone levels. Patient should be rehydrated. So what is treatment plan? So first, what is hyperthyroid crisis? It is a life-threatening increase in severity of clinical features of hyperthyroidism. Most prominent signs are fever, agitation, confusion, tachycardia, atrial fibrillation, and in older patient cardiac failure may occur. It is medical emergency and mortality rate is very low, that is 10%, and it is precipitated by infection in a patient with unrecognized or inadequately treated hyperthyroidism, or it may also develop shortly after subtotal thyroidectomy in an ill-prepared patient with few days or within few days of iodine 131 therapy. Okay, patient should, so treatment plan, patient should be rehydrated. So we will rehydrate patient. So we will rehydrate patient, give a broad spectrum antibiotic. So we will give broad spectrum antibiotic. Why we are giving antibiotic? Because there is infection, so we will give antibiotic, or we will as we don't know the type of organism causing infection, so in the starting we will give broad spectrum antibiotic. So and drug is propranolol. So propranolol is rapidly effective orally, rapid 80 mg 6 hourly, or intravenously 1 to 5 mg 6 hourly. Sodium iodate 500 mg per day will restore serum T3 levels to normal in 48 to 70 hours. So drugs are propranolol and sodium iodate 500 mg. This is radiographic construct medium, which is not only inhibits release of thyroid hormones but also reduces conversion of T4 to T3. So sodium iodate is radiographic contrast medium, which inhibits the release of thyroid hormones and also reduces conversion of T3 to T4, and therefore more effective than potassium iodide or Lugol's solution. And other drug is oral carbimazole 400 to 600 mg daily, inhibits synthesis of new thyroid hormone. If patient is unconscious or uncooperative, carbimazole should be administered rectally. So unconscious and uncooperative patient, rectal administration will give good effect, but no preparation is available for parenteral use. So no parenteral preparation is present. Sodium iodate and propranolol can be withdrawn after 10 to 14 days and the patient maintained on carbimazole. So we will, in the starting we will give propranolol and sodium iodate, but after 10 to 14 days we will withdraw the drug and we will give maintenance dose of carbimazole. So this is all about hyperthyroidism. So treatment is drugs for treatment of hyperthyroid crisis are broad spectrum antibiotic. We will rehydrate the patients, then we will give propranolol, then sodium iodate, which is radiographic contrast media. We will also give oral carbimazole. So this is about